Hello and welcome, everybody. What is going on? So we have beaten Augsburg 3-0. 3-0! And it means another victory for Bayern. Another victory for Heinkes and the winning spree. We just hashtag keep on winning. It's been awesome so far. It has been awesome so far, ladies and gentlemen. So it's been a while, obviously, since I last made a video. It's been a while. International break and a few things going on in personal life. And I just wanted to say one thing. I don't really talk about players, I don't really talk about players that did really well in a match, because I try and reserve that for like the match rating. I haven't done a player rating, a match rating in like forever, which I'll probably start bringing back next week. But yeah, I don't want to talk about players usually, even if they do positive or negative, unless they like really stand out. But today I have to talk about one player, and that is Arturo Vidal. And the reason for that is quite simple. He has been one of the few players that has been actually struggling a lot. He's been really struggling a lot. Like, a lot of people think, including myself, think that Rudy should have started over him in a lot of the matches recently, because he has been he has been struggling this much. And so it was nice to see that today he actually came back to his level. Like, he was actually playing to his strength again. He was probably man of the match, to be fair. But that's not really a discussion. The discussion I'm trying to have is like that he has been struggling a lot recently, and I'm just glad that now finally he is slowly starting to settle in. Like, he's been one of the few players. I think generally like the whole team has done really well under Heinkes. Obviously, players that previously struggled or previously perhaps didn't get as much chances, such as of course James, such as of course Sula. Players like these. Javi as well, players that like perhaps didn't feature as much under Ancelotti or didn't quite work out that well under Ancelotti. They're now starting to obviously play much better. But Vidal, like, he actually played well under Ancelotti, or he played decently under Ancelotti, and he's now like after a few weeks, he's now starting to actually perform good on the Jupp as well, which I'm really glad about. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Let's actually talk about the game. Let's talk about the game, because we had 3 goals. Let me just quickly talk about the 3 goals before we actually talk about the game in depth. So the first goal, obviously it was a quick counter. It was a lightning fast counter. Actually, no, that's the second goal, but it doesn't matter. The first goal came in from a cross from the I think it was from the right. A free kick from the right. The ball gets into the box and somehow nobody gets to it. I don't know how. But like, just very poor clearance, just very poor by Augsburg in general, who actually, fair enough to them, they actually played very good. I didn't think they were bad. I actually thought they came with a game plan. They came with a solid defense. They knew exactly how to set up defensively. But it was just a case of we're gonna have to break them down, and breaking them down we did. And so it's just kind of a shame for them. I feel like if I was an Augsburg fan, I'd be like, really, like we were that good defensively, but then we have to concede this kind of goal. So it's a very poor goal to concede, especially obviously when it's your first one, because that means you have to actually start playing. You can't just hope for a draw at that point anymore. So once we scored 1 goal, they had to start coming out, and that's when it all fell apart for them. Like, I thought we were very good today, and I think Augsburg had like 1 chance throughout the whole game. Which just shows you how good we are, not just in terms of going forward, but also just keeping the ball as well as defending. We were just the whole package today. Today was like one of the few times where you can see, it might not have been as attractive as say like as us perhaps going forward at all times, but today was a different type of game. Today was a chess game. It was one team trying to break a defense, and it was the other team trying to keep that defense and occasionally countering. We did everything today. We did everything correctly today, and it just shows you that we're doing really well. We're on a path that is only going up. We're on a trajectory that's only going up. We just keep progressing. We just keep going forward, and it's just awesome. It's just awesome. I've actually looked at it. I asked the question on Twitter. We've had 8 games so far under Jupp Heinkes, and we've had 8 victories. We've had 8 games so far, and we've had 8 victories. Like, that is very impressive. And he just came in halfway through the season. Players were struggling here and there. The team was struggling here and there. There was no chemistry. There was no real game plan. There was no real idea, no creativity, no nothing. He came in and sorted. Like it just sorted. How do you do that? So, yup. Props to you. Anyway, second goal was a lightning quick counter. Vidal being involved again. This time he assists. He gives the assist to Levy, who obviously finishes. A lot of people have been like talking about his hair. To be fair, I don't really care. Like, I don't know about you guys. I don't really care how a player or how his hair is, or if he has a new earring or a new tattoo or whatever. doesn't bother me. Like all that matters to me is how you play on the pitch. That's all that. Yeah, that's all it really is. So yeah, let me. He scores 2-0, and then he scores again in the second half, one with a fabulous Kimmich cross. Like Kimmich with a fabulous cross, absolutely magnificent cross. Like I said this early in the season, and like a lot of people found offense at that. You know, when I said that Kimmich, like the only thing that he's so far is better than Lahm at is his crossing. And a lot of people were like, Kimmich better at crossing than Lahm? How preposterous! That is just nonsense. And he is better than Lahm at crossing. Don't get me wrong, Lahm is an amazing crosser. But Kimmich takes that to another level. Obviously, Lahm is still the much superior right back. And anyone who tells me that Kimmich is better than Lahm, I don't like that. but Kimmich is outstanding. Like, Kimmich is that good that you honestly can't really notice a massive downgrade. You know, he's that good offensively. Perhaps he lacks a little bit defensively, yes, but he makes up for that. Like, he's a bit more aggressive, and it obviously shows. You know, with his amount of assists, with his amount of goals, especially under Jupp, he's going to have a lot of goals. Now there's obviously a whole discussion going on about Sandro Wagner. Will he join? I'll make a video about that separately once we're closer to the transfer window. Like I said, I've been really, really busy lately, so just, you know, coming back into the swing of things. But yeah, like I said, Kimmich crossed it to Levy. Levy scores, and at that point it was game over. At that point, I don't think we had that many more chances. We had like 1 or 2 more chances throughout the whole game. But yeah, it was just good. It was just good. I mean, what is there to say? It was just good. And like I said, Augsburg, they didn't really have many chances, if any at all. Like, there was one moment that Augsburg had where they had like 2 chances within like 30 seconds, but that was honestly it. Like, there was not much more than that. That was honestly it, and that is just very, very impressive on our part. And it just shows you how good we are. Now, obviously, James, he is continuing his form as well. I think he had the most touches, the most passes, the most interceptions as well. Like, today, he dropped a bit deeper, though. He dropped a bit deep, like, than usual. Like, usually he's much further involved in the play. Today, he dropped a bit deeper, which just shows, you know, he can play much deeper as well. I mean, saying much deeper isn't correct, but he can play deeper as well. And he's still very, very effective. He's still very, very good. So, like I said, I feel like the whole team today was good. Perhaps the only player that I was a little bit disappointed, honestly, was Robin. There were a few chances that I thought, like, this is not Robin. The Robin I know would go for goal. The Robin I know would take a shot. Today, Robin didn't do that. Like, when he got in good positions, he didn't take a shot. When he was, you know, in his usual position where he usually takes the shots, just outside the box, he didn't take the shot. So I was like, Robin, where is your greediness? Like, where's that gone? I don't know. But anyway, that is Bayern versus Augsburg, 3-0. Now, one last thing I want to mention. I might as well mention it right here. There's going to be a few changes coming. Perhaps changes is a bit too aggressive of a word, but there'll be a few things happening starting the next match day. Like, I want to bring back previews, especially because I feel like previews. The reason why I've not done them for like the large part of like the last few weeks, months, even like last season, really. Like that's the last time I did previews last season. The reason why I've not really done previews as well as Bundesliga previews, which obviously just the whole match day for all of the games previews, is because, quite frankly, I didn't feel like it. That's the best way to put it. I didn't feel like doing previews. It sounds harsh when I say this, but I just didn't feel like doing previews under Ancelotti. And I know that sounds really, really harsh on my part, and it seemed like I'm not attacking Ancelotti directly, and I'm honestly not. But I just felt like there's not really going to be much to talk about. You know, there's just going to be us crossing, and that's going to be it. Like I said, it sounds really, really harsh, but that's honestly the truth. So now I want to start bringing that back again. Also, obviously, your tweets section. I don't know how many of you guys actually honestly care about those your tweets videos. I want to actually change it a little bit. You know, not just have the tweets highlighted in a video, but actually discuss them. You know, discuss what people have said. So that's going to be brought, you know, not brought back, but that's going to be added in the future. Bayern quiz number 2 is going to happen soon. We've had number 1 a long time ago, and I've just never really gotten to do number 2. We'll see. We'll see. I think this time I'm gonna, considering it's so close to like Christmas and the end of the year, I feel like this time I'm gonna add a prize or something. So if you win the Bayern quiz, you'll win a prize or whatever. Yeah, that's another thing, and obviously FIFA. A lot of you guys have been asking for it. I'm not much of a FIFA player since the last stream. I've not even picked the game up. I've essentially just bought it just to stream twice, and that's that's honestly it. But I'm gonna try and bringing that back as well. Like have a regular day for like FIFA streams or whatnot. Or if it's just FIFA and the gameplay, normal. I don't know, either stream or a gameplay. So there's gonna be a few changes here and there. There's gonna be a lot more videos coming from. Really from 2018 on. I was gonna say next week, but honestly, like 2018 is probably the perfect time to introduce everything. 2018 is probably gonna be the perfect time to just like add to this channel. You know, instead of just like right away, what it kind of is right now, where it's just post-match review. You know, there used to be so much more, and I'm gonna try and bring that all back again and more. I don't know. It's just now I'm just starting. Maybe it's because I've just finally finished all my personal stuff out the way, which is all like the assignments, all of the assessments, there's still some coming next month. But now that I've finally got all of that out the way, it's just football, really. It's just football, and yeah, there's so much good football happening soon, especially with the Champions League returning. Obviously, then there's going to be a lot of interesting games coming up. Obviously, there's going to be just a lot of awesome stuff happening soon, Bayern wise, and then I'm going to try and like bring a lot more things. If you guys have any suggestions, something that I don't know that you would like to see on this channel, leave it in the comment section down below. Anyway, though, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys next time for next match day, for next time we play, and until then, peace out and have a nice day.